the participant of today's one-day national level seminar. Myself, Dr. Sapna Ahira, working as Associate Professor in the Department of Pharmaceutics. Today's seminar is jointly organized by FUTI Maharashtra State in association with MIT Institute of Pharmacy, Bhujpal Knowledge City. Before starting with the today's seminar, we will just have a short video to highlight the achievement and structure of MIT's Institute of Pharmacy.
Bhujpal Knowledge City, the part of MIT League of Colleges, driven by a single-minded focus on imparting quality education. MIT BKC Institute of Pharmacy established in 2006 with a mission to develop students socio-technically. The institute has maintained the quality right from the establishment, as it reflects from the accreditation and various awards which college has achieved. MIT IOP is the first NBA accredited pharmacy institute in Nasik region. MIT BKC Institute of Pharmacy has been approved by AICTE PCI and is affiliated to Savitribai Phule, Pune University. MIT BKC IOP offers full-time courses in Bachelor of Pharmacy, Masters of Pharmacy and PhD. Institute stands for its excellent, well-lighted and ventilated ambience with range of facilities like classroom which are equipped with an overhead projector, speakers, smart board, etc. Well-equipped and spacious laboratories which provide experimental learning experience. State-of-art pilot plant simulating the pharmaceutical industry with range of equipments for formulation, development and evaluation. Institute has separate instrument room having range of sophisticated instruments as per the need of industry and research work like HPLC, UV, FTIR, etc. Heart of Institute, the library, one of its own kind with open access, great ambience and various national and international book collections to give great learning experience. Institute is also a well with gymnasium which is equipped with a number of professional electronic and manual universal fitness machines along with indoor sport facilities and music room. Campus also has an amphitheater for social gathering and expression of students. The institute believes that the quality of faculty member and their commitment to excellence is the core competence towards its development. With this thought, institute have more than 50% doctorates, 200 plus publications, 5 patents, 1 copyright and 16 book publications. Our students are encouraged to take part in national and international competitions and events as part of their curriculum. To add feather on hat, we have Ms. Archana Kapse, Air 3 in GPAT 2019, Mr. Aditya Darade, Air 1 in GPAT 2014 and Mr. Parag Mehta, Air 15 in GPAT 2010, who have qualified national level exam GPAT with dignified ranks. MIT IOP has signed 8 Memorandum of Understanding, that is MOU, amongst them are Japanese Industry, Asahi Kasei and Malaysian University Technology Mara. MIT Institute of Pharmacy provide a platform for expressing students and showcase their hidden talent through Antaranga and MIT Utsav annual social gathering. Success comes down to you with appropriate attitude, effort and focus, which is certified by various achievements which institute has received. Best Magazine Award by SPPU, Champions Trophy at National Pharmacy Week, Award for the Best Research Paper and Presentation. Best College Award by Student Development Board SPPU for Student Welfare Activities. Institute has also been honored with highest rank platinum by AICTE C2 survey for its outstanding linkage with industries for consequently 2 years, which surely strengthen the institute and students to survive in this brave new world of technology. Bhujbal Knowledge City Institute of Pharmacy, the place where your search ends.
Now I request Dr. Nilima Thombre, who is the coordinator of this event, to give the brief introduction of the seminar.
Thank you, madam. Academic field and pharmaceutical industry collaboration aims at mutually beneficial knowledge and technology which exchange between the higher education and business. So prototyping new product is platform where industry can give new valuable knowledge and understanding of technology, while higher education institute develop the skills and competence of the students by encouraging them to work on authentic real life problems. From the design thinking and perspective, rapid product development can be defined as a creation of new product in the stipulated time period which meet the criteria of desirability, feasibility and viability with respect to the customer satisfaction. So this seminar addresses commercially product development by presenting prototypes in industry institute collaboration. With the humble beginning today, MIT is embracing and adapting to changing the need of educational scenario with enhancing superior intellectual capital, which is with the help of multidisciplinary activities, professionally managed mission to redefine the systems of the education that meet the higher standards of the professionalism worldwide. Luckily, the weather is has aligned with Vishesh the sun, and I bid you a very warm welcome for APTI Maharashtra State organizing online one day national seminar, online seminar on commercial product development in academic institute in association with MIT's Institute of Pharmacy. So today we are blessed to have in our midst honorable guest of honor Dr. Milind Umekar sir, Principal SMBT Boyer College of Pharmacy, Kamti, Nagpur, who is the Secretary of Pharma HR Society and President at national level of APTI. Once again, we welcome you, sir. Along with that, today we have the eminent speakers for our today's seminar. First session will be conducted by Mr. Nikhil Devre, who is an impact innovation coach at Digital Impact Square, and he is going to deliver his speech on the design thinking and problem analysis. Second session will be conducted by Mrs. Anjali Kataria, founding partner of Rave Pharma, Sinnar, particularly going to have an interaction on cosmetic research and commercial opportunity. Third session will be conducted by Dr. Devdar, who is a managing director of Vatsal Ayurvedic products based at Nasik, who is going to deliver his session on Ayurvedic product and its potential. So once again, I welcome you all this for this seminar. Thank you. Over to you, Anila.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request respected Principal Sir and Secretary of APTI Maharashtra State, Dr. Sanjay Kshirsagar, for keynote address.
Good morning, everyone. Our today's chief guest, dynamic leader of APTI Central, Dr. Ali Umekar sir, and under his leadership and his vision, APTI is moving in a right direction with a new thought process of start development of startup ecosystem, and keeping that view in our mind and understanding the need of an hour, we have organizing this national level seminar to make our fellow teacher aware, or to make them realize their own potential of development of pharmaceutical product. As we discuss and we know that there are many pharmaceutical product or the cosmetic products which are being developed by the non-pharmaceutical person, and they are doing very well in the market. The workforce for the same is being provided by the pharmacy fraternity. We do have a good knowledge about the ingredient. We do have a good knowledge about the formulation as well as the process. And currently, the market is very big. Specifically, if you consider the Indian market and our population, even if we can able to catch the 0.1% or even 1% of our target audience or customer, we could able to do wonder with a one product. So, and with this knowledge, others are making best use of this knowledge for the development of their own business. And the workforce is being provided by the pharmaceutical institutes. So we thought that why not, as a teacher, we should also involved in a kind of the startup product, which will be easily available to the customer. So keeping this thought process in mind, we contacted few industry and requested them to just guide us with respect to the development process or the marketing process, so the teachers can make use of their knowledge appropriately for the development of the product. Yes, we do involved in the basic kind of a research, but ultimately many teachers think that, or they do have a dream like they must have at least one product in the market. They try to develop such product. They have a good potential to develop a very nice product, but then difficulty start how to market that product, how to find out the customers, how to manufacture that product, what are the regulatory requirements. So all those will try to be answered by today's sessions. So and I sincerely thanks to APTI for giving us a chance to organize this seminar. Dr. Umekar sir for taking the initiatives for development of startup ecosystem or inculcating the startup ecosystem in the academic institute. I hope the today's seminar, today's session will be the breakthrough, or it will be the high input session for our pharmacy teachers to start their career in different direction or in a new direction. I also congratulate our coordinator, Dr. Nilima Tomre, to coordinate these events, and all my staff member colleagues for coordinating this event. So thank you very much and welcome to MIT Institute of Pharmacy.
Thank you, respected principal sir, for your motivational words. Now I request Mr. Mayur Sawant sir to kindly introduce today's chief guest, respected Umekar sir.
Very good morning to all the dignitaries and participants present for the seminar. It is my privilege to give introduction to our own APTI National President, Dr. Umekar sir. Dr. Umekar sir is working as principal and professor at Srimati Kishori Tai Boyar College of Pharmacy, Kamte, Nagpur. Sir is working as advisor to Shri Sadashiv Rao Patil Shikshan Sanstha. Sir has received a fellowship. Sir is working as a fellowship of Fellow of Institute Animal Society as well as Fellow of Indian Pharmaceutical Society. Sir has more than 20 years of teaching experience and has guided more than 15 PhD students and 80 MPharm students. Sir has filed more than 11 patents, out of which 8 patents are already published and 3 are being filed, are in process of filing. Sir has published more than 115 papers, out of which 35 papers are in the international journals, supported by publication of 7 books. Sir has attended various conferences as seminar as a chairperson and again has been awarded with more than 15 awards, out of which 4 awards are at the international stage. For the last to the development of field of pharmacy as well as teachers will help to grow the field of pharmacy in its right process. Thank you so much, sir. Now I would request Dr. Umekar sir, our chief guest, to kindly inaugurate the program, to kindly proceed with digital inauguration of the program by pressing enter button on the keyboard. Sir, please. Thank you so much, sir. Now I would request Dr. Umekar sir to kindly guide all the participants with his words. Please, sir.
Am I audible, Mayur?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good morning to all of you. Thank you, Mayur, for your kind words of introduction. Respected Shefali Bhujbal Madam, patron of the today's one-day national online seminar organized in association with Association of Pharmaceutical Teachers of India, Maharashtra State Branch. My young brother and dynamic principal, Dr. Sanjay Sirsagar, the Honorable Secretary of APTI Maharashtra, Dr. Nilima Thumbre, coordinator of the today's national seminar, the resource person, Sri Nikhil Devre, Mrs. Anjali Kataria, and Mr. Sanjeevan Devdar, sir. First of all, I must congratulate to the MET Institute of Pharmacy for organizing this national level seminar on a catchy theme, that is commercial product development in academic institute. I am very much thankful to Dr. Sanjay Sirsagar for organizing the event and inculcate the culture of the APTI in the young pharmacy teachers as well as in the pharmacy profession. Friends, as you are aware, the pharmacy APTI is working from last 57 years, and it is the only oldest body working for the welfare of the pharmacy teaching profession as well as for the overall development of the pharmacy profession. Recently, myself as well as Dr. Sanjay took over the charge 5 months back, and with the vision and with the agenda of 5 points only, that is to solve the grievances of our teachers, to raise the membership of APTI, the headquarter construction, empowerment of APTI Women Forum, because around 60 to 70 teachers are women working in the various pharmacy colleges, and to provide support and insurance to our pharmacy teachers. In last 5 months, we completed our first agenda, that is the mega membership drive, and I am very happy to share that in last 3 months we make the history, and around 3,200 new members joined the APTI, and it's a history in the journey of the APTI. And now we are 15,000 plus. We hope in next 2-3 months we will start the construction. We got the clearance from the owner of land. Apart from that, in next few days, we are going to launch the online grievances portal to solve the grievances of our pharmacy teachers, of our APTI members. Then the next is empowerment of women, and for that we take one step, that is we are going to organize one leadership conclave only for the women leaders, women pharmacy teachers, which will be held on 20th and 29th of April at Goa. And last is insurance and support to our teachers, and for that we are working with Pharmacy Council of India. We request Pharmacy Council of India to make it mandatory from the institute or from the management side or from the administrative side that the insurance of the every faculty is mandatory for the every institute. And I am expecting that it will be happen in next 6-7 months, and then there will be full security to our APTI members, because to provide APTI insurance to all the members, it is not possible from the APTI. Hence, we are requesting to the Pharmacy Council of India to make it mandatory from the statutory body itself. So, friends, this is all about our progress in the APTI. I must congratulate to the organizer, Nilima Thomre madam and Sanjay Sirsagar sir, for choosing a very wonderful topic, that is the commercial product development in academic institute. The theme is really catchy, and it's very close to everyone's hearts, because everyone who is going to attend this seminar wants to earn more money. Secondly, they want additional income source. Definitely the teachers want the additional income source, or everyone wants additional income source, and the students want to become entrepreneur. Friends, new product development is not so easy in the pharmaceutical industry, because it's required a huge research, huge drug discovery, and lot of funds. But in herbal and cosmetic product development, it is possible, and it requires only your hard work and wish with very less funding. As you all are aware, after COVID, suddenly the entire world demands for the herbal products, and COVID pandemic was really painful, but at the same moment it generates a lot of opportunities to the youngsters. Today, as already Sanjay sir told, we have very less share in the herbal market, which is very less as compared to China. India has only 3% share, which is very less to China. Looking into this huge gap and wide demand worldwide about the herbal products, we can think for the herbal product development. Friends, during our pharmacy graduation, we all are learned about all the subjects required for the product development. It may be formulation development, it may be analysis of the product, evaluation of the product, and everything, even pharmacognosy too. And also, our pharmacy graduates and pharmacy teachers have very good knowledge and practical expertise in the formulation and development. And as all the members are here and are the pharmacy teacher, if we pharmacy teachers and our pharmacy graduates think they can easily develop the herbal product as well as cosmetic product in their college laboratory, even they can evaluate the quality of the product in their own laboratories by their various analytical instrument. Here I would like to mention the example of one teacher who become now industrialist, who is in the Nashik itself, that is Dr. Rahul Phate. He was a teacher at Hyper Vardha. He was as a marketing representative, and I worked with him as a medical representative. I was working with Trica, and he was working with some other company, and he guided me a lot about the market research and everything during my marketing tenure. After that, he joined Hyper, and then he shifted to NDMVP, and from the NDMVP, he started his own cosmetic products and everything, and he is now known entrepreneur. So similarly, if the pharmacy teachers and graduates think they can develop their herbal products as well as cosmetic products in their college laboratory, and after getting the satisfactory product, you can approach to your management or administrator to make for the FDA approvals and the commercialization of the product. Or if you need any support from the management, they definitely come forward to you and they will support you. Friends, in many pharmacy colleges having a postgraduate program, they are providing many consultancies to the many universities as well as many Ayurvedic college, even dental colleges too. Even in my institute, we are providing the consultancy to the Ayurvedic college as well as the dental college for developing their products. If we plan on the product development line, definitely teacher can do wonders. And to start such type of product development, even we can take the help of our postgraduate student. We can provide a PG project on the same line, so the student can during their project period they can develop one product, and after that they can think for commercialize, and that project will be converted into commercial product. I hope the today's brainstorming lecture by the Nikhil sir, Anjali madam, and Sanjeevan sir will be really helpful for the all the teachers as well as student, and it will give a new idea to the teachers as well as student for to go for the product development, commercial product development in our own academic institute. And for such type of initiative, definitely the teachers and the principals like Sanjay Sirsagar and myself will be definitely always with you. And even if the teachers want some support from the APTI for that, definitely being a president of the APTI National as well as our convener, the secretary of APTI Maharashtra, we are always with all the teachers for such type of commercialization of their own product, laboratory product for the market. So once again, I congratulate to Dr. Sanjay Sirsagar, Nilima Thombre madam, and APTI Maharashtra State for organizing this national level seminar with a wonderful theme, which is a need of today at every institute. Because nowadays we are facing lot of problems due to PCA and everything. The salary structures are going high. At the same moment, institute need additional resources also. Similarly, as and for that, being a faculty of the institute, we must contribute in such type of support, and we assure that whatever support they want from the APTI, myself and Sanjay sir will be always with them. And once again, I congratulate to the organizer for choosing this wonderful topic and organizing this national level seminar. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your motivation.
Thank you so much, sir, for your guidance. Now I would hand over the mic to Dr. Gitanjali Devkar ma'am to proceed with the first session for today. Thank you.
Good morning, all. Myself, Dr. Gitanjali Devkar. I extend my warm welcome to all for joining one-day national level seminar on commercial product development in Academic Institute by IQAC and Department of Pharmaceutics, Meds Institute of Pharmacy, and APTI Maharashtra State Branch. We are fortunate to have Mr. Nikhil Devre with us today on the platform. Mr. Nikhil is passionate about upbringing the entrepreneurial thought process among budding innovators of India. He has been involved with some of the amazing initiatives from agri-tech, EV, healthcare, sustainability, public service, food tech, mobility, critical communication sectors, etc. He is Impact Innovation Coach and Community Innovation Manager at Digital Impact Square, a TCS Foundation initiative, which is India's first open social innovation center focused on solving societal challenges through impacting lives, strategy, sales, and marketing. He is Atal Innovation Mission's Mentor for Change and also founded Nashik Innovator Club, an extended arm for supporting budding startups from Nashik Sandbox. Mr. Nikhil shall open up the day session with concept design thinking and problem analysis and lot more to come ahead. May I now request Mr. Nikhil to take over the session ahead. Over to you, Mr. Nikhil.
Sure. Thank you so much, ma'am. I hope I'm audible. A quick thumbs
Yeah.
up.
Yes, yes, you are.
Okay, sure. I'll quickly present my screen. I'll need one more confirmation from your end if screen is visible or not. It's visible, right?
No,
Not yet?
Not yet.
not.
Let me unshare it. How about now?
Yeah, it is. Now it is.
Yeah.
It's coming, right? You can see my presentation?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
Mr.
Okay, fine, sure. Thank you so much, everyone. By the way, this is very interesting topic for me as well. How exactly the overall academic part of it, as well as pharmacy part of it, could be commercialized, right? So in this first session, what we are going to do is we are going to talk about fundamentals of innovation and how exactly you can solve or you can identify certain opportunity where exactly you can lead your research altogether, right? So before starting the session, I would like to spend 2 minutes on what we do about our organization and where I belong to, right? So our organization's name is Digital Impact Square. It's a TCS Foundations initiative. TCS as in Tata Consultancy Services. TCS Foundations Initiative. It's a philanthropic initiative altogether. You can call it a social innovation center. You might have heard about incubation centers for startups, right? We are a pre-incubation center where we nurture innovators from across India, and our vision statement revolves around mainly three statements. One is how we can create as many change makers as we can, right? And change maker, by means of that, we work with young populations, young innovators from across India. We get thousands of applications and we onboard like 30, 40 students, or they recently graduated, or basic eligibility criteria goes around like less than 27 years old. Second vision statement revolves around how exactly we can inculcate digital technologies so that it can create a sustainable and scalable social impact altogether. And third revolves around the culture of innovation, how we can inculcate culture of innovation in individual as well on ecosystem level as well. It's been 7 years of our inception. So we have 17 startups graduated so far, and out of that, from that, like throughout our process, we have nurtured more than 650 innovators, and 55 of them have come as a co-founder or founder of an initiative, and they have created a sustainable and scalable startup out of it. Cumulatively talking, we have impacted more than 6 million lives. Talking in lakhs, that goes around like 60 lakhs lives impacted through multiple channels, and these lives are mainly bottom of pyramid, like underprivileged or people who have not benefited yet, right? So let's come back to session now. Today, we won't be having any teaching session, or I won't be preaching you anything. This would be only conversation with you, whatever experiences I have gone through, right? How exactly fundamental works. If you want to have a sustainable product in market, if you want to have a sustainable system, a model working in market altogether, what are the fundamentals of it? What mindset you should have, that we will be talking about, and I'll be giving you certain tools which will help you uh, in kind of like guiding towards commercialization of your overall research altogether, right? But before commercialization of research, some fundamentals needs to be understood. That is why you should go towards that research, and what research you should do, or what domain exactly you should choose, right? Mainly, if you consider, I'll give you certain examples from startup ecosystem or innovation ecosystem altogether, so that you can relate to it very closely altogether. If you consider, there are three types of people around the world that you can see. One revolves around tolerate mentality. We as Indians, we are very tolerant society, right? We see problems and we just tolerate them, that okay, fine, these are the problems and this has been happening like this only, we can't change it, right? This tolerant society has been there, and somehow like in audience as well, and you can connect with this, that we are tolerant and we kind of like proud of that. Second category goes around whine. People who whine about it, people who cry about their problems, people or systems or organizations who cry about the problems, that we are suffering through this problem, we are facing this problem, we are kind of like, we are not able to solve this. That's why they will cry and they will just kind of like not work towards it, right? And the third category revolves around solve, right? This category is usually transferred from tolerate to wine and wine to solve, where they think about how exactly we can solve these challenges where we have been whining about, right? I guess you can see my cursor, like, and I've been kind of like revolving on solve. So in this session, what we'll do, we will I will try to take you from this tolerant to whine to solve. If you are already in whining ecosystem, I'll try to bring you to solving ecosystem altogether, solving mindset altogether. Before that, I would like to understand. I have opened the chat window in my second device. Just quick hi will work from your end. A quick hi. Everyone, I have to make it very interactive with everyone. I could see few messages coming. A quick hi in chat window. You can drop in chat windows. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Garima. Amit sir, Bhushan, thank you so much. Sony, Akir, and Rahul. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, I'll just request from all of you, what is innovation from your perspective? A quick sentence or a single word will work for me. What is innovation in your perspective? You can type in chat window. Novelty. Okay, Bhushan. Okay, how about others? What is innovation for you guys? What do you mean by innovation? Out of the box idea. Nice. Do your own new. Okay, that's great. Anyone wants to go? New ideas? Okay. Okay. To do something in a newer manner. That's nice. Mansi, that's pretty good. Novel and useful. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Applied work. Okay. Something new. New for betterment. Pretty nice. I could say you have that fundamental understanding about it. Now, what about this? What do you mean by invention and how you differentiate innovation from invention? Do you have any differential factor, like what is invention, what is innovation? How do you differentiate both of them? Any answer in that regards? Thoughts beyond perception. Okay, about innovation. Now I will go for invention. What do you mean by invention? How it is different from innovation altogether? Creating new, that could be, yeah, invention. New creation. Okay. Okay. Solution to the live and real life problem. Okay. Okay. I'll wait for 10 more seconds. Creating own new. Okay. Okay. I'll take 2 to 3 more answers. Newer concept and breaking laws. Okay. That's pretty philosophical. I'll take one more answer. Systematic study of existing to find new solution to existing problems. Okay. Uh, Innovation is change in process. That could be in process. Creating it. Okay, fine. Quickly, I would like to. I'll give you a differentiation factor in innovation and invention. What is differentiation in both of them? Innovation, as someone rightly mentioned, like I guess Monali mentioned, innovation is change in process altogether. So innovation mainly revolves around something new in existing process, existing product, existing model, existing system altogether. You are building something new to it, you are making it more efficient so that people will adapt to it. Okay. And in case of invention, what happens in invention? You are creating something new altogether that no one has seen. You're discovering something that no one has ever imagined, no one has ever came across, right? That is a difference between innovation and invention. And most of the crowd is being kind of like confused between innovation and invention. They kind of like misinterpret innovation as invention. They try to build something really that no one has ever seen. They try to build something that no one has ever seen, and all of the effort are put into it, right? So what we'll be focusing on is innovation as in, if you can bring some additional value to the existing product, to existing system, to existing models altogether, and the process of innovation will be going through it. Okay, there are two sort of mindsets. I'll give you an example from startups perspective. There are two types of startup. One is herd mindset startup, second is innovation driven mindset. And similar concept is kind of like you can relate with human mindset as well. There are two kind of mindset, that is herd mindset, and second is innovation driven mindset. Herd mindset, you know about herd is something like a group of animals, right? Where one is a leader and everyone kind of like follows them, right? And you might have seen, like, to give you an example, in case of e-commerce as well, like Amazon started, then Flipkart started, and in India only there were more than 150 e-commerce startups which raised considerable amount of funding altogether, right? That was herd mindset. But I would like to ask a quick question to all of the audience, to give you an example. Where exactly you will put Flipkart, in herd mindset or a innovation? Like, have they done any innovation, or they belong to herd mindset that they have followed, kind of like Amazon or something like that? What do you feel? Where exactly Flipkart will fit into, in herd mindset or innovation driven mindset? What do you feel about it? Herd one, okay. So Bhushan says Flipkart could be a herd mindset. Okay. Okay, Pharma Hub, herd mindset. Okay. Herd mindset. Okay, most of the crowd is saying herd mindset. I'll kind of like go ahead with it then. I know why you guys are saying herd mindset is because Amazon was available in Western countries, right? And then it got kind of like Flipkart replicated the similar model and implemented in India. That's why we are calling it herd mindset. But do you know, Amazon was thinking about getting into Indian market altogether, but they were hesitant because they got to realize Indian market is not ready for e-commerce yet. Why? Because of one factor, that is trust, right? Here in India, you'll see the like two real siblings won't trust each other, and why exactly this end consumer or user who wants to purchase something from a platform altogether will trust in that platform, that I will pay online and then you will deliver it to me. No, that trust wasn't there. And what Flipkart introduced is cash on delivery, right? So cash on delivery was first time implemented on this large scale level in India, and this was the innovation which kind of like worked for whole Flipkart model altogether. And why it worked? Because they found out one challenge, a basic fundamental challenge of Indian ecosystem, which will drive, make or break e-commerce business altogether. That was trust, right? And they found a pretty good model for that. They did certain pilots, they did certain prototypes, and they just succeeded into it, and they launched it on a pan India level. Now you tell me where exactly it belongs, herd mindset or innovation driven mindset? Use chat windows, guys. Okay, I could still see herd. Yeah, now I can see innovation driven mindset. Now you see they kind of like found out certain problem. So here what we will be doing is, there will be quick activities revolving around how exactly you can go towards innovation mindset altogether. No, Manali, it's innovation driven mindset because they found out certain challenge and they solved it very innovatively, right? Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot. Let's go ahead now. What do you see? What is this? What do you see in this picture? A quick answer. Keep it as interactive as you can, guys. I could see Manali, Bhushan, Varsha, Garima, pretty, Pharma Hub. What do you say? A blind person, a visually impaired person altogether, right? Elderly? No, not elderly people. It's visually impaired person. Visually impaired as in blind person, blind man. Yes, thanks a lot, Bhushan. Now let's quickly do one activity. I will specially able person symbol, blind person, right? Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Suvarna. Now what we'll do, we'll have a quick activity revolving around so I'm giving you a problem statement that you want to you should innovate something. You have to come up with a product or solution for visually impaired. What that could be, like if you want to start a startup, if you want to develop something for visually impaired so that it will help them towards it, what that thing would be. Just think about it and start dumping it down into chat window. I've been seeing pretty good answers so far, and I'll give you like 1 minute halt so that you can just think and start dropping into it. What do you feel, what could be it, like what sort of innovation solution we can give it to, we can introduce into market so that it will help visually impaired blind person? Braille for them, okay, that's pretty good. So believe yourself has given one answer or solution. Braille for the community. Braille is a language. You might have seen Braille in lifts. Sensor, Preeti Baunkule, sensors. Okay, yeah, that could be one. Like you can attach a sensor, kind of like proximity sensors and all, to the sticks, and while they move, they can sense where there's an obstacle or not. That's pretty good. Stick with sensor. Yeah, Vasha, that's what I was talking about. Pretty good, Garima. Electronic glasses with sensors. That's nice. Glasses with sensors, like it was kind of like it will be kind of like they will give you like hazard detection, or it will describe what exactly is in front of them, right? Blind man with stick sensors to recognize. Okay, some sensitive sensors on a stick. Pretty good. Yes. Any other solutions, guys? Please come on. You guys are coming there. Yeah, electronic glasses with sensor. Okay. This is interesting, Rahul. AI robo all-time assistant in brain or physical robo all-time. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, nice. Sneha, pretty nice. Shoes with sensors. Okay. Vaibhav showing right. No, protective footwear. Oh, that's nice. Believe yourself. That's nice. Protective footwear. AI voice assistant with stick. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. We can move ahead. I'll take one more solution. I know you guys will have more solutions now, but I'll take one more with the interest of time. BIOS. Okay, I'm not sure what is that. It could be something. Taking sound technologies. Okay, using sound technologies to guide them. Cool. Okay, thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot, guys. Let's move ahead. What we'll do, we'll consider visually impaired robot with blind person as support system. Thanks a lot, Dr. Bandu. Thanks a lot. Sensor stick. Thanks a lot, guys. Let's go ahead. So what we'll do, we'll consider this visually impaired community now, and how exactly we can go through the innovation process. Okay, the innovation process altogether, and identify what exactly opportunity needs to be solved for visually impaired community altogether, right? So from now to next 5 to 10 minutes, there will be few heavier jargons, there would be few sentences, there would be few words that might be very heavy for you. Many of you might know them before only, but if you are confused about anything, you can quickly drop into a chat window. Someone from our team can make a note of it, and at the end of the session, I could just have a look at them and I could answer all of them. So please don't hesitate to interrupt, don't hesitate to ask questions. We can go ahead. So if you can see, this is innovation process altogether. This is design thinking based innovation process, where don't get confused. This is bit text heavy slide. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is bit text heavy slide. Now, as you can see, the whole cycle of innovation has been divided into 3 modules. First module is discover, second module is create, and third module is validate. Okay, and you can see there are arrows revolving around it that kind of like tells you that this whole process is cyclic in nature. Okay, it never stops. You have to go in cycles and cycles and cycle. And where exactly it starts, the arrow above that, to understand what is my challenge and its ecosystem altogether, right? You start with this thought process: what exactly is my challenge and its ecosystem. If you don't know about the challenge, it's cool, you can identify challenge through this process. So going ahead, what you do is, to understand what exactly is your challenge and how exactly your ecosystem looks like, you do ecosystem mapping altogether. In ecosystem mapping, what you do, say, consider visually impaired communities perspective, right? So in ecosystem mapping, we will start jotting down, we will start understanding, we will start noting down the stakeholders involved into visually impaired community, right? So one primary stakeholder is, so I'll give you a definition before going ahead. Definition of stakeholder: don't confuse stakeholder from shareholder and all. Stakeholder is a person, a organization, a venture, right, which is directly or indirectly connected or influenced by your system or the solution which you want to propose in market. Okay, directly or indirectly influenced. So in case of visually impaired community, whatever solution you guys were going ahead with, right, think about it and what exactly we can give, and to whom we can give. To whom matters a lot in ecosystem mapping, and this to whom, let's start mapping it down. So first and foremost person would be that visually impaired person itself, right? So second stakeholder could be their siblings, right, their brothers, sisters, and they're all cousins, right? Third could be their friends, right? You can put it in chat window as well if you are coming up with some other stakeholders. I could think about other stakeholders, like say vendors of different solutions altogether, uh, or other stakeholders could be, say, institute, colleges, right, industries as well, where visually impaired work, right, go to work, incorporate. There could be other kind of like NGOs as well, that could be your stakeholders. Then next tool revolves around understanding who are my users, right? That revolves around building the user persona altogether. What exactly my user looks like, visually impaired person, what exactly he looks like, what are his needs, how exactly he behaves in the different domains altogether. And then we go ahead, how exactly we will solve it, what exactly I will solve it, right? What exactly I will solve. Now take a step back. In after who When we were developing user persona, we go on ground and we empathize with them, as in we communicate with them, we get to understand their challenges from very closely, right? So in this discover phase, you will get to see we are talking only about understanding the user altogether, understanding the stakeholders altogether in this discover ecosystem. At the end of discover model, at the end of this yellow model, what we are ready with is the opportunity area altogether. We know what exactly is the opportunity there. We interact with the users, we get the data set, we get the challenge statements, we prioritize those challenge statements, we validate those challenge statements, and we get to understand these are few of the opportunities we might need to work into, right? Then going ahead, what we do is in create phase, we conceptualize that, we start doing the feasibility work, we start doing ideations altogether, right? We start talking about solutions. And going ahead in validate phase, what we do is we go in market again, and we develop prototype, and we go in market and validate with the similar stakeholders which we mapped before, right? To give you an example, as few people were mentioning that we could come up with stick, right? You build prototype of stick using resources which are available with you. We call it rapid prototyping, as in you have resources, available resources, use those resources. Don't go to market, don't go to, like, say, China, I'll import this material from China, I'll import this sensor from China, and then only this prototype will work. You have to have that prototype ready with the basic resources which you have, so that you can validate the fundamental features of it, fundamental know-hows of it, right? Whether it will work or not. And you have to identify this feature, the make or break features of your proposed solution altogether on beforehand only. Got it? Now, after MVP prototyping, you go towards the business model canvas. What you do is whether this product will be sustainable, viable altogether in market. Uh, I'll say that this won't work. That you're just solving something, and that solution is not feasible enough, not sustainable enough, right? That won't work, right? So you need to understand the business model of it, and you have to design a business model for that, and you test that in market as well. And this cycle goes on and on. These are few of the tools, like you can see 11 tools mentioned here. Don't get too much confused. It is pretty easy. You have to discover. First thing which you need to consider, that is you have to go on ground. Once you go on ground, you will get to realize what exactly problems are there on ground. Let's take a step ahead once again. What we'll do, I'll give you example of this team which like visually impaired, as I gave you the challenge statement. The similar challenge statement was given to one of our team. They came up with similar problem statement. Before that, we will go and build a braille printer altogether or some sensory mechanism. But we asked them to take a step back and go on ground and check what exactly problems are there. They spent almost like 4, 5, 6 months on ground. And after going on ground, they got to realize the solutions which we were coming out would be very irrelevant in the market. Why? Because the kind of data they were gathering was pretty different than that of what they were thinking before. Now, to give you an example, one interaction I could share with you. They went on ground. They interacted with a couple, both husband and wife, both were visually impaired. But their daughter of 4 to 5 years old, she was able to see. She was a normal kid altogether. But what happened when our team asked them, is there any challenge? Is there any very huge challenge you faced because of impairity which you have, right? And couple said only one time when when our daughter was ill, sick, we gave her medicine and that medicine was expired. And because of which we had to rush our daughter in ICU. We had to hospitalize our daughter. This only happened because we can't read, right? And that struck them very hard. And team went on ground again. Team collected a lot of data and they got to realize not able to read, not able to have that readable material with them is the issue on field. And when they cross verified with different domains altogether, that could be education, visually impaired education altogether, they get to realize that more than 90% of visually impaired leave education system after 10th metric, and remaining 10% from that, more than like 90% leave after like 12th. They don't go to graduation altogether. And why that happened is because of limited availability of readable material altogether. And this problem was identified, and team came up with a solution. This solution is called Kibo, and team's name is Trestle Lab. Okay. And what they did, they built a solution that revolves around real-time reading of any book which you placed below that device altogether. Now, what you can do is you can just place any book just below this device. You can see that device here in left side of your window altogether. You just place any book there and it will read it out in real time. One more data point which team got to understand while spending time on ground was they saw more than 80 to 90% of visually impaired community belong to bottom of pyramid. That is underprivileged, and their education has been happened into regional language. That could be Hindi, that could be Urdu, that could be Marathi, right? And it doesn't make any sense that we are only giving it into English, like the device is capable only for English language altogether. So what team did, team introduced more than, I guess, 40 regional languages, and because of which now students are giving, like, graduating from colleges, they are pursuing post-graduation courses as well. And we have seen few examples where in admin as well, in government institutes as well. New job opportunities has been created because of this device, so that people are able to read and they are feeling that we are going into mainstream. So why I shared with you, identifying problem which is worth to solve, that matters a lot. You could see these two pictures. What this tells you is whatever you were planning to build or whatever you were planning to deliver versus what user needs, there could be a gap between both, right? What you delivered is a washroom, a toilet altogether, right? In Marathi we call it sauchalaya. But on the ground, farmer were in deep desire need for a storage mechanism, a storage system altogether. And yeah, the toilet which you proposed, the toilet which you gave to them were used as a storage mechanism. So if you would have gone on ground and asked these people, what is your challenge, what is your problem, they would have come up with, yeah, we need certain infrastructure that could let us store our resources altogether. But on the other hand, what we are doing is we are just giving them toilets, and they feel that there's no dire desire, that there's no dire need for a toilet, but there's a need for storage mechanism because rain is coming and all that stuff. There could be other challenges, and we want to get ahead with it, right? Yeah, I'll give you one more example. Let's a refreshing example. This would be a final activity, a quick activity for you guys. Not activity, but I'll just share this example with the interest of time. You could see two visuals here. One visual represents visually impaired community, right? And second one is toothbrush. I have shared this, I guess, previously as well with many sessions, and I recently introduced this in my slides. What this represent? One of a team with a very prestigious institute, they found out that we could solve a challenge for visually impaired, how they can brush. Okay, as if we close our eyes, and if you kind of like think about how you will apply toothpaste on toothbrush, that's a challenge. That's a huge challenge altogether. You can't, right? Because being a viscous material, how much pressure should be applied there, how much quantity of toothpaste may uh, be applied or released from that nozzle altogether, that we are not sure, right? Also, how exactly you will aim towards toothbrush, and yeah, you cannot touch because your hands will get messy and all that stuff, right? So this team spent a good amount of time in lab, and they came up with a device with where when you press a button, a specific quantity of toothpaste will be applied on the toothbrush, right? They spent a good amount of time, like a year or so, 6-7 team members altogether, and more than lakhs and lakhs rupees were invested into it, designing this. So you see, like I'll again activate the chat window now. You see that this is the problem, right? And the solution which which they thought was apt. What do you feel about it? Just say yes or no. What do you feel? This was the right approach, right? Yes, I'm looking at chat window, waiting for answers. No? Okay, Ujjwala ma'am. Yes, okay. Monali thinks that this was the right approach, right? Okay, anyone wants to go? I'll take one more answer. Okay, Rahul says no. Good. Thanks a lot, Rahul and Ujjwala. You're right. I'll share what happened next. This team took this device, the toothpaste dispenser altogether on ground. This is way before toothpaste dispensers were not available on e-commerce or so. So what this team did, they innovated this toothpaste dispenser. They took it and went to visually impaired person altogether, visually impaired community altogether. And look, this is what we have come up with. And will you use it or not? And what visually impaired person said that, no, I don't need it. Why? Because what matters for me is applying toothpaste on my teeth. So what I do, I apply first toothpaste on my fingers and then I rub it against my teeth and I start brushing. I don't require this 2, 3, 5,000 device of years, right? So, and in this, the optimum approach would have been you going on ground, you researching, that could be primary or secondary research. But if you would have given more emphasis on primary research, going on ground, interacting with the end user altogether, and if you have observed or even asked him that what are your challenges, and if at any given point of time that visually impaired people or community is not talking about that brushing is my problem, and still you are coming with a solution. If problem is not there with the community and you're building a solution for that, that doesn't matter at all. You cannot commercialize it. You have to have demand in market, and the demand drives from the problem. This demand drives if there is a gap. This demand drives if there's a pain point in market. You need to identify what are these pain points. You need to identify what are these gaps are. A quick heads on what exactly uh, how exactly we should innovate, right? This process will give you a quick heads up towards it. So you'll find, like, I shared few of the tools here where you can find opportunity by interacting with people, by interacting with the stakeholders altogether, the community, the ecosystem altogether. You'll find out a lot of gaps, a lot of opportunity, a lot of problems altogether. You go and prioritize these opportunities, right? Then adding these opportunities with ideas, right? What would be the solutions for it? You can be as well, you can be as crazy as you can, but build ideas, like think about ideas, brainstorm over ideas, right? What could be methods to solve it, what could be solutions to solve it, what could be systems to solve it, right? And then prioritize these ideas. No, every problem will have thousands of ideas, but only one idea would be feasible, only one idea would be valid, viable enough. Now you need to identify that idea by again interacting with the end users altogether. And then even if the solution works, whether it is adding a value to the end user or not, that matters a lot. If this is not adding any value to end user, this whole innovation won't be able to commercialize, this whole innovation won't be able to scale, this whole innovation won't be able to sustain in market, right? So let's go ahead with a quick example altogether. You know that India is second largest onion producing country, right? And 70% of its production is stored into warehouses. And most of us can relate, who kind of like just a second. Okay, I do have 5 minutes left. I'll quickly sum up. Okay, we and if you consider, like, most of our crowd could relate to this problem statement that onion fluctuation, market fluctuation is very huge, right? Why it is so? Because of demand and supply gap. And this is kind of like an head on that more than 40 to 50% of onion gets wasted. And why it gets wasted is because of lack of infrastructure, and second is lack of technology or lack of technique to understand when exactly this onion will get or start spoiling altogether. So one of our team called Godam Innovation started working on similar challenge statement. What they realized is they started understanding the onion ecosystem, and they found out, they started understanding, they started taking opportunities from the tools altogether, and they got to realize onion sorting, onion grading could be pretty good opportunities. But going one step ahead, they found a crop advisory could be an idea to solve this. But again, in regards with what will add value to the end user, that is farmer, right? What exactly will add value to the farmer, that matters a lot. And at the end of it, we got to understand, the team got to understand that if we detect rotting of onion in a very early stage, because at this point of time, when farmer get to understand that rotting has been happening, it happens through the smell, that he gets the smell out of it and he feels that, okay, fine, rotting has been started. But till then, when smell starts coming, rotting has already been like 40 to 50%. So what this team did is they build a solution. They build an IoT device which kind of like detects certain portion or the recipe of gases emitted by the onion, and they can detect through data analysis that onion has been starting rotting, right? Early detection of rotting helps a lot, because in as early as like 2 to 3% of onion has rotted, farmer can take a decision that whether he should sell this onion, whether he should go ahead and do other stuff with the onion or not, right? And because of this whole process helped team in innovating, and they just build the solution altogether, and that has been implemented on ground. And this is a team they have implemented on ground, and yeah, more than 2 crore value has been covered so far. This numbers has been kind of like revised now, and yeah, this is what I wanted to share with you. A quick concluding remarks in 30 seconds, that please go ahead, identify problem, identify gap, identify pain points, and then start putting efforts towards those problems altogether. The tools I have shared, these are pretty tested, validated on ground, and it will surely help you guys. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, team, for inviting me, and best wishes for all of the participants. Best wishes for all of you for commercializing your ideas. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mr. Nikhil, for exploring the fundamentals of design thinking, focusing on diversity and inclusions, which entails how empathizing can all contribute towards manifesto of change, enhancing lives through transforming mindset from tolerance to finding solutions. Thank you once again. As a token of appreciation and love from Met BKC family, may I please request Mr. Nikhil to accept the certificate of appreciation. Thank you very much. Now
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I hand over the mic to Dr. MP Patil.
Thank you, madam. Good morning, everyone. I, Dr. MP Patil, welcomes you all for joining this one-day national level seminar on commercial product development in academic institute, jointly organized by IQAC and Department of Pharmaceutics, METS Institute of Pharmacy, Ujjbal Knowledge City, Nashik, and APTI, Maharashtra State Branch. We are fortunate to have Mrs. Anjali Kataria, madam, who is a co-founder of Reo Pharma Sinnar, and I got an opportunity to introduce her. Madam is born and brought up in Nashik. She has completed her graduation in 1999, MBA in Systems from Pune University in 2001, and post-graduation in Quality Assurance Techniques in 2014. Madam has started her career as a partner and QC/QA manager at Scitech Laboratories Private Limited, Musalgaon, Sinnar, Nashik, and worked for 8 years. Reo means a dream, and Reo Pharma is a dream comes true. And it was a dream of two professionals, Mr. Milind and Mrs. Anjali Kataria, who came together after a rich experience to establish a company which is a manufacturing standardized Ayurvedic products. Today, Reo Pharma is spreading its wings in segments like herbal cosmetics, herbal oils, herbal creams, and dietary supplements under the leadership of Mrs. Anjali Kataria, madam. With this brief introduction, I now request Anjali madam to please enlighten the audience with her rich words on the topic cosmetic research and commercial opportunity. Thank you. Over to you, madam.
Good morning, all. Actually, this online on YouTube is not, I'm not very comfortable with this, because I miss the interaction with everyone. So I would like to make this a little bit, interactive. So I'll just share. Can you see this? Patil sir?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
No issues.
Okay. What kind of view can you see?
Uh,
Presenter view?
yes, presenter
Okay.
along with
Okay.
yes. Now we
This
can see.
is okay. Yeah. So,
This is
mm, yeah. So, very good morning. And instead of having a face-to-face interaction, this is a little bit, as I said, this is a little bit not very comfortable. I like to interact with people face-to-face more. But anyways, this technology has given us an opportunity to get an access to so many people at one time. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank you, MET College, this institute, and especially I would like to congratulate this institute for taking this initiative of educating the educators. I presume that all the audience here is educators. So these some time ago when Nilima ma'am called me and said that ma'am we are planning to organize a seminar where we will have the audience as all the teachers of pharmacy colleges. So I was very glad to hear about this initiative and to take this opportunity, the having this a little bit experience of commercial industry of cosmetics. I would be happy to share whatever experiences or whatever views that I have about this. And to start, I would first like to rename this a little bit from my perspective as the journey of cosmetics from research to market, because what we are here today is we are trying to bridging this gap which is there between the institutes and the and the industry. In order to bridge this gap, uh, there are many initiatives that even the government has advised. They are giving so many uh, opportunities also. I would just like to start this with a small story. We have all heard this story from our childhood about hare and the tortoise. So today we will look at this story with a little bit different perspective. Can you hear this, sir?
no voice, madam. We can see, but no voice is there.
Okay. Can you? This is the moral of the story that we have grown up listening to all the time. The slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. Right? But this story doesn't end here. There is a different version. Can you all hear this now? Patil, sir?
We can see the slide or video, but no voice is
Voice
there.
is not there.
Hello. Hello. Hello, madam. You can unmute your mic. I think it is muted.
Okay.
Yes.
So till where did we were online?
Yes. Now we can hear you.
Okay. Okay. No problem. I'm online. So I don't know if you could hear the story. Could you hear the story?
No, there was no audio.
Okay, but at the end there was a moral of the story. The moral was this. Okay, forget about it. What I will do, I will. Yeah. So the moral of the story, what this hare and tortoise story was there since the childhood we have been hearing. Why we have seen this from a different perspective is both of them have their own core competencies. Means rabbit can run fast, tortoise can run in water. So identifying our own core competencies is the first thing that we have to do. Means if, if we can have some interaction, maybe what kind of strengths does university have? If we people can share your views, it will be great. If you cannot share, I have just some points that I had thought I am putting in. That is, there are a lot of literatures. A data bank is there. A whole base of data is there where you do the referencing and all those things. Then there are great ideas with great ideas. Why? Because this new generation is full of ideas and full of innovative things. These innovations are your strength. Then you have methodologies, scientific methodologies, which so many people have laid down for basic research methods. Also, you have students, a big huge manpower. They can work as a scientists. Of course they are budding scientists, so we have to treat them like that, and we cannot deny the fact of having this manpower as scientists. If you give them this small amount of work, they will run to take that ahead. yes, give me some work, give me some work. There are many students like this. So this is a big strength, according to me. Also, you have labs. So many universities, so many colleges have their own labs where these students can uh, test their samples. Maybe they can test their ideas. So all these strengths that a university has, a college has, cannot be denied. But the other part of the story is the industry. The industry has its own strengths. What strengths does an industry have? The industry has a tried and tested market. Tried and tested market means they know what kind of customer, what kind of product, what is the trend, all these things they know. What kind of pricing can be worked out on this in this market, and all those things. So they have a big hold of market, the other end. Then there are finances, a huge, the most important part of marketing or industry or commercialization is finance. And many of us don't go ahead with our ideas. Why? Because नहीं यार, अपने पास नहीं है तो ठीक है, जितना है we cannot go ahead. So whatever ideas we have, whatever products we have, whatever innovations, we just keep it inside and put it aside. So that this finance is a big strength of the industry, but it is a big weakness of our individual researcher, we can say. Then there are huge capacities. For example, if the product is running well, so how many units we can make? 10, 15, 30, maybe hundreds. But huge capacities come in with huge numbers. Means huge number of products can be made, so that gives good quality also, and it has a good spread on the market also. So this is one of the strength of our industry. Then there are marketing strategies, investment strategies, branding strategies that these people have, industries have, because they have been working in this field for a long time. So that's why they can they have these ideas to, they know how to place this product and how ye idhar chalega, ye udhar nahi chalega. So that kind of strategies is what the industry has. And then this is also one of the important thing that industry has, like what are the latest trends in the market. Means what is the trend in trend product, अभी क्या ज़्यादा चल रहा है. So that exposure is there. Also packaging development globally, so many companies and so many industries are coming up with innovative packagings. So industry has an access and exposure to these trends, and that trends also make them it helps them to become innovative. So this is the strengths of industry. Now I would like to take you through, we have seen the strengths of both sides, and let us see where the challenge exactly comes to go from research to the market. There is a product development cycle. Now all of us are teachers, so everybody knows this theoretically very well, but I would still like to quickly go through the steps. First you come up with the idea, then you plan research. Okay, I have this idea. Maybe so many people have an idea, like they come up with glycyrrhiza. Okay, I have glycyrrhiza, and I will work on this ingredient. I want to do something about this ingredient. So it becomes a passion, it becomes an idea in the mind of that student, that researcher, or that scientist. Then once the idea is there, then you come and plan the research. Research plan means what? Research plan means we have some formula in mind, which we think, okay, we put it down, we jot down how we will go, what kind of texture we will put in, what kind of ingredients we will use, and how we will how many actives will be there, how many excipients will be there, the pre-formulation studies that we have in our syllabus also. Then once we have this in mind, we have some specifications. So it will have pH of this. It will have, if I'm talking about topical products, it will be the pH will range from here to here. The color will be like this. The flowability will be like this. Rheology, all those specifications we come up with, because that idea needs to go into the product. Then we identify a benchmark. We have some something in mind. Yes, iske jaise dikhna chahiye. It should go like this. So that benchmark is identified. Then we start with trials, 1 trial, 2 trial, 3 trials, depends on our luck, depends on our strength, and also depends on our patience. So we then take trials, then make these products. After making these products, we have evaluation studies, safety evaluation, then their specifications evaluation. All these parameters, they have to go through some evaluation cycle also. After that comes this packaging development. Packaging development, as I said, innovative packagings are available in the market right now. So once we have all these texture in place, we have the evaluation ready, we have the product bulk as such ready, then we will go for packaging development. After that, what we will do? We will go to test the market. Means sample evaluation. We have the sample, and this will be evaluated from the customer point of view, from the end user point of view. So this market testing will be there. And once you are thorough with this, that product launch will be there. Now, if you will see, there is a small loop that I have put in here. So this loop is a continuous loop, because जितना easy ये दिखता है, उतना easy ये होता नहीं है, because that sample evaluation, once it goes to the customer, अपने को बहुत लगता है, what we feel, yes, this is a perfect product, this is the best product that I can give to the market, इससे अच्छा तो कुछ नहीं हो सकता. But the market has something else in its mind. They react very differently. If they give some feedback which is not as expected, we again go through the same loop. Again, we have to reshuffle, reiterate our ideas, and then again we have to redesign our specifications, maybe redesign the packaging development. For example, koi lotion banaya hai, very beautiful, but it is not coming out from the bottle, it's of no use. So again, tweaking. So these things keep on happening. In this journey of the product development, where does the institute get stuck? According to me, according to us, what we feel, that first thing where the institute gets stuck is packaging development. Maybe minor stuck up is there, but there are some stuck ups because they don't have that access to the latest trends of packagings. In case you go through, you get over this thing, you overcome this challenge, it goes away. But the main challenge comes is the market testing. Apna product lega kaun? Who will take our product? So after that, how do we know that this product is going to be successful in the market? We have no idea, because we don't have that experience. And in order to understand this challenge, I've taken a few case situations. Case one is I have the best product. Means I have developed a beautiful product. I know isse acha kuch nahi ho sakta. Best product is there in my mind. And then now what to do? This challenge can be overcome with marketing. So I go and look for some marketing organization, some brand person who will help me with this. But what happens? I don't get anybody. So what I do, I ask for, I do some small sampling. I give it to family and friends. I approach some manufacturer, but they don't have small MOQs. They have MOQ means minimum order quantities. So they will ask me to make thousands. If I make thousands, I am not able to use it because I don't have that much market right now. So where do I put those products? And by the time I start getting a feel of it, the product expires. Means again I get stuck up there. In spite of having a very good product, I'm not able to enter, I'm not able to penetrate the market, I'm not able to get that spread in the market. So this happens when we take best product, but we don't have that competency. In case 2, what happens? We have a product which is not very great, but yes, it works. A workable product is there. This workable product, luckily, I get hold of some good, perfect marketing people, a great marketing organization, very good funds, very good finances. Somehow I could convince that person to sell my product. Somehow I could convince that, yes, you use my product, it's best. And he was convinced. And he has some ideas with which he will put it in the market. What happens? Yes, the market will be available now. 140 crore लोगों का देश है. So somebody will be there to take the product. Some people buy the product looking first because they know you. Then some people buy because they are attracted to your advertisements. Some people buy because the branding is very nicely done, strongly done. But what happens? Over a period of time, I don't say immediately, but maybe 1 year, 2 years, 3 years down the line, this product starts declining because it cannot sustain the competition. Because so much of competition is there, so many people with great products are there. So why would I buy your product if I have a better product? After all, result matters. So that's when again I get stuck up. So now if we see, we have taken some mediocre product and core competency of the other side. Now there is a case 3. I think by now you people must have understood what case 3 must be. Case 3 means I have taken core competency from this side and core competency from that side. Means we have a great product, we have great marketing strategies. What will happen? That branding will attract first set of customers. Once the product is hit in the market, means once people know that yes, this is the best product, the repeat demand increases. And even if there is competition, there is a chance, or heavy chance of penetrating the market and keeping ourselves sustainable in the market. And this is what creates brand. But before that, I would just like to go, since the audio is not coming, what I will do, I will just go through and just let you know what I wanted to show you from the story. Means one rabbit, one tortoise, they have 2 different core competencies. This race, the third race, we didn't see in the video. I wanted to show it right now. We didn't see this race in the video, but in water, tortoise takes the lead. On the ground, rabbit takes the lead. Means what? There are some places where you are good, in some places I am good. So let's come together and do this brand building. So this is where the brand happens. And once a brand is always a brand. So in this case, third case means coming together and building this brand. Means having great marketing strategies, great products. And okay, while closing, we have Milind sir also with us. Because I thought people might have questions, and since we are together here, we can answer questions. We are not visible.
Welcome, sir.
Yes. This was the case that I discussed with them, where core competencies of them and ours come together. We are going to build this brand. After that, the suggestions that we have for you was having college committees, like what kind of college committees?
Incubation centers.
Incubation centers, like already your college, MET college has incubation centers. But what happens again? There people get stuck up because it's a single-handed thing going on. If we have some committees where somebody is good in aesthetics, somebody is good in regulatory, somebody is good in doing presentations, then we can all come together and
make a product and pitch this to brand companies. And once we are confident about this, our product having good quality and good results, and then we go to the market with brand, we can have some chance of, heading the market. Because what we think that we need to start somewhere, some point we need to start. And I thought we should give more time for questions, and that's why I made this a little bit crispy, because this interaction is very important. Because I can keep talking for on and on, but we have to, that objective of having this interaction should be successful, and that's why I thought we should have some interaction. So if we have some questions here, upon this, if we have
Yes.
the question, if we have some questions, so we can address those questions here. And that's why I had requested Milind sir to be here, because this is as Patil sir introduced in the beginning only. This is a combined effort of both of us. It is our combined dream that has come true. So I would like to both of us would like to address your questions right now.
Participants, you are requested, you can drop a question, your queries related to the commercialization of the product, so we can get the insight from the family, madam and sir.
Should I close this, Patil sir?
Yes, you can close the presentation. Participants, you can drop your queries in the chat box.
I think questions
नहीं है, दो questions.
I think there are no queries. Okay. One query is there.
It's okay. We will wait for 5 minutes. No problem.
Huh?
We will wait for 5 minutes.
Madam, one query is there from Rahul Ahirrao.
Okay.
You can see on your screen.
Dr. Rao.
Yes, Rahul Ahirrao.
Okay.
Acha, Dr. Rao.
I'm doing PhD
for that, and I can approach herbal formulation at your firm. Okay.
Means?
I didn't get this question. Mr. Rahul, I think you're trying to ask if you can approach our firm for what? Development. Okay. Yeah, everybody is welcome. No issues. You can definitely get in touch.
Yes.
Dilya Aholier, founder, CEO and Chief Everything Officer of Shattashri Herbals. Shattashri Herbals. I think we had an interaction with this lady. Yes. Yes, Shattashri. Sanjay College. Yeah. She had made these face pack and small products. Yes, very nice. What are the challenges in converting nutraceutical products to commercial? Okay. Nutraceutical means food supplements? Okay.
Just ask her, is it food supplements?
Is it food supplements? Ms. Karima, you're talking about food supplements? we assume that it is food supplements and
This.
that is
Yes.
हे वेगळं आहे. Question, this is a different question. Nutraceuticals convert करायला पाहिजे.
Yes, yes.
The need of the market, basically. What you have. Again, I will go back to the core competency thing only. Theory. What you have is your core competency, but is it the need of that market? Yes, if it is the need of that market, then it is a great combination. So then there are no challenges. But the main challenge is to find out the niche, the need. If you are planning to go global, then the biggest challenge in nutraceuticals is the testing, the parameters. The specifications are very, very stringent, and Indian scenario doesn't support that. So that is one challenge. Support
Madam,
from-
one more question is there. Any support from government agency for commercialization? Financial support. I think they are asking
No,
about
for
financial.
startups, there are a lot of schemes. Recently, we have started one firm under Women Enterprise, and we are getting good, substantial subsidies from government. They have, I think, 20 lakhs crores.
Some 20 lakh subsidy from central government.
Then
So-
20 lakhs from state
State
government.
government also. So yes, there are great subsidies and government opportunities available for startups
Okay.
with great ideas.
Amit, while selecting composition of the product, what factors should be considered? It all depends upon the customer need, what customer is asking for. If they want all natural ingredients, then you need to, while selecting the ingredients, you need to see to it that do they have any certification? For example, for Mamaearth, we use all MadeSafe ingredients. So again, it depends upon the demand, the customer requirement. Accordingly, you need to formulate your product.
If they are convinced with the composition, then they will not mind spending crores of rupees in developing that brand.
Yeah, just one example. We have developed one shampoo for Mamaearth, baby shampoo. So while selecting the surfactants, we have selected surfactants which have tear-free claim, and really they are while using they are tear-free. Seema Bor, how should we manage our product sale having composition which is
Already existing in the market with same efficacy.
Yeah. See, again, the Shiv Khera's vakya na, successful people don't do different things. They do things different. So you need to work on packaging.
How to decide for which product we should go for commercialization, like what things shall be taken with the consideration. Okay, which product should be for again the same thing. Pharma Hub, I don't know. This lady.
What market is asking for?
What market is asking for? If the market is asking for roti, and if you are giving sabzi, then it is not going to work. Means it is a very basic example.
And what problem you are going to solve? It all depends upon that.
Like sir gave this example of tear-free shampoo. We are trying to solve the problem of crying babies during the shampoo. So the bigger the problem you are solving, the bigger is the market. Our college no setup for formulations. Can you suggest any firm in Nashik who can help us to formulate product? Okay.
आपण संपतशी कम्युनिकेट करून घेऊ काय मदत हवी असेल तर आपल्याकडे करू.
You can get in touch with me. If I can help, I will help you. We can connect you to our technical
Dr.
team
Rao.
also. Doctor?
Dr. Rao.
Some question was there. How should small colleges do collaboration with industries?
See, Ms. Pooja, small college, big college does not matter. What matters is what substance your product have. What idea do you have? So, for idea, the college size doesn't matter. It matters what problem you are going to solve. And if you have any limitations regarding infrastructure, let us know.
Should we wait for last 2 minutes?
Yes. Any question?
How can we arrange to bear cost of product development at institute?
Are you asking about raw materials?
Okay, I will assume that these funds will be required for maybe raw materials, maybe instruments. So you will have to work out on the funds allotment for which material, which item cost funds are required, and for those items you can find out sponsors. For raw materials, we can find out ingredient suppliers. Also,
Raw materials apply
for raw materials, even we can help out. Then, if it is about labs, you can ask. Instrumentation. We can ask some labs to collaborate. We can ask for some labs to, sponsor the testing. So all these things can be done. This same thing I'm trying to convey for last half an hour is we have to find out where we are strong and where somebody else is strong. So we have to help their strengths to compensate our weakness. Do you help in project working like consultancy work? Supriya. No, we don't do any consultancy, but we can guide you or help you to overcome your roadblocks if you have any. Sir will be leaving.
Okay. Just a minute. Thank you, Milind sir. Thank you, Anjali madam, for your interaction with our participants. Madam has already nicely elaborated the challenges which are exist in the industry in the context of customer, finance, different strategies to be used. And you have also nicely elaborated the product development cycle. And we like the mantra, like work together for the success, that the tortoise and the
rabbit story.
From that story, the moral of the story. So work together for the success is a mantra for the commercial launching of the product. So on the behalf of Mates Institute of Pharmacy, I mention the thanks for both of you. And I request Anjali madam to please accept the certificate of appreciation.
Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you.
The session is handed over to Ahira madam, please.
Okay. It was nice to be here.
Thank you.
I thank your college and Nilima madam, and especially Mauritius sir to shift and adjust my time.
Thank you. You have given the time for that.
All the best to everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. It's my immense pleasure to introduce the third speaker, Dr. Sanjeevan Devdhar, who is going to guide us on very interesting topic, that is Ayurvedic products and its potential. Sir has completed MBBS from Grant Medical College, JJ Hospital. Sir has also completed MSc in Pharmaceutical Medicine and also completed MBA in Marketing. Sir is working as director of Devdhar Ayurvedic Clinics at Nasik, Pune, Mumbai, and Aurangabad. Sir is also working as a director at Vatsal Ayurvedic Products, which is certified company manufacturing Ayurvedic medicines and health foods. Sir is also the co-author of Marathi book Shuddha Beach, which is based on Garbha Vidyan, and this book won the Best Ayurveda Book Award from Samshodhan Sanstha, Pune. Sir is also one of the co-author of the book Conception as Craftsmanship, and this book almost reached 6,000 plus readers. Sir is also invited as speaker at various Indian ISKCON temples in various cities, that is Nasik, Pune, Mumbai, Baramati, and also the international ISKCON temples of New York, Central Jersey, Dubai, etc. Sir is also guided most of the student entrepreneurship development programs in various pharmacy colleges. Sir has also delivered the views on various topics, that is Garbha Vidyan, Bhagavad Gita, Art of Decision Making, Power of Practice, and many more. Sir has also presented the papers in many national and international conferences based on lack of mind education in current educational system, non-educational influence in current educational system. With such a brief introduction, we have the eminent personality, Dr. Devdhar sir. Now I request sir to guide us with your valuable words.
Namaskar everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. I first of all thank the organizers and as well as the listeners also to have patience maintained till I can share my thoughts. I also thank the previous presenters for very informative sessions and I will share my screen and start the topic. I hope this screen is visible for everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So my present topic is Ayurvedic drug and its potential. I have divided this presentation first about discussing drug or Ayurvedic product and then its potential. So we will first discuss about Ayurvedic product based on following points, that is history, then types of product forms, then classification based on raw materials and manufacturing methods, and product dose from product dose form modifications in recent past, what is happening, what had happened up till now, and then Ayurvedic product potential by discussing about the current position of the Ayurvedic product in current scenario, then regulatory understanding of Ayurvedic product manufacturing, economic aspects, most important, every other thing can be done, but economics we have to deal with properly, and then potentials, it always potentials and with challenges, it never happens that potentials are there and there are no challenges. And ultimately this conference is about the pharmacists and the teachers, so the role of pharmacists in Ayurvedic product manufacturing. In between, if anybody has any doubts, they can send a message, and if it is very much complicated, even organizer can stop me and ask the question. So history, it will be very brief. The Ayurveda is an ancient system of life. Ayu plus Veda means a system of life. and the oldest surviving medical system. This is very important, surviving. Like India is the oldest surviving civilization. There were some civilizations which were older than India, but they are not now surviving, like Mesopotamia, like Egyptian civilization. But ours is oldest but surviving civilization, as well as the medical system in the world. This system is taught in the curriculum of universities. Degrees are received from the universities, and not just India, but other countries also are recognizing this system. So Ayurvedic product is mentioned first in Atharva Veda, but details how to manufacture it, what is its use, how to combine herbs and minerals, this is discussed in Charak Samhita. This is well-known ancient textbook of Ayurvedic principles and practices. So, depending on forms, actually depending on the raw material, source of raw material, the product form, Ayurvedic product form is classified in two things. One is called as Udbij and second is Khanij. Udbij means from herbal raw materials and Khanij is from the minerals, metalloids and metals such as gold and mercury. Then different source of raw materials lead to different manufacturing processes. These sources are so different. One is mineral source and one is herbal source. So entire manufacturing process changes for both the raw material sources. So two different faculties developed in Ayurvedic manufacturing. It is called as Bhaishajya Kalpana, that is from herbal raw material, and Rasa Shastra, that is from minerals, metalloids and metals such as gold and mercury. And this is not just a classification on table, but this is actually the subject of second year BMS curriculum in all the Indian Ayurvedic colleges. So in Bhaishajya Kalpana, like where we see that we are manufacturing from herbal raw materials, it is called as Panchavidha Kashaya Kalpana, how to take actives from herbal material. So there are 5 main processes described in Ayurvedic literature. First is Swaras, means take a juice of a fresh herb. Take an active part of a herb like a root or stem or fruit or flower, anything, and crush it and make a fresh juice. Then second is Kalka or Churna, that is coarse or fine powder of dried herb or paste of a wet herb. Kwath means water decoction of coarse herb powders. Hema means overnight cold infusion, and Fanta means hot infusion, which is manufactured in just 1.5 to 2 hours. So in Ayurvedic literature, it is said that the digestibility and absorption becomes easier from Swaras to Kalka to Kwath to Hema to Fanta type of preparations. Means the absorption will be easier. Obviously the actives might be lesser than that of the Swaras or Kalka. These are the 5 main processes involved in manufacturing. Means take Swaras and make something else, take Kalka and make something else, take powder and make something else. So these are the 5 bases. Panchavidha Kashaya Kalpana is a basis of the Ayurvedic manufacturing as far as herbal raw material is concerned. But there are some other smaller things also which are used, under smaller processes like Arka, that is distillate. The example of distillate is Gulab Jal or Gomutra Arka, which is available in the market. Rasakriya means water-based extracts. Now there are so many extract plants are there and they give different types of extract. So hydroalcoholic extract is not Rasakriya, only water-based extracts are Rasakriya. Shirapak means decoction of herbs with milk. Not just water, but milk is also added in the herb, crushed herb, and boiled down to make the extract or decoction. It is called as Shirapak. The Shirapak available, like most common Shirapak what we use is tea and coffee. They are also a type of Shirapak. And in the market, Arjun Shirapak and there are various Shirapaks are available. Avleha means sugar-based semi-solid confection base with sugar is used as a base and various medicines, honey, ghee is put inside to make it a semi-solid preparation. And most common and well-known avleha is chawanprash. Sandhan means fermentation and filtration. Here all asav and arishta means dashamula asav or ashoka arishta, all these products which are available in the market are manufactured with this concept. Gutika means pills, handmade pills are there. Now peeling machines are also available. Varti means suppositories. Shar is again a separate manufacturing method where we found out the soluble contents from the ash of specific herb, and this ash, soluble ash means shar, is applied on different threads to make a surgical material. Sneha pak means in decoction we use water and take water soluble contents from the herb, but if we want the fat soluble contents, active contents from the herb, then we use ghee and oil as a anupan or as a substrate. So we boil the herb with ghee or oil with other addition of milk or water till the end, that when only ghee or oil is remaining. This is called as sneha pak concept. And like face pack, there is a lep, Bajranga lep, we know is very common example. So this is another concept. Upanaha means cream, malhar means medicated bandages. And for ophthalmic preparations, there is anjan, which is applied in between eye and the skin outside. So it is like kajal and surma. Eye washes are there, it is called as tarpan, and eye drops, that ashchotaka. Mukhakalpa like tooth powder, gum paint, mouthwash, etc. And dhumravarti like medicated cigarettes. This is just an introductory list. There are this may go on, but these are the types of medicines or types of products you can have in the market under the Ayurvedic license. So you can have so much vast, you can research in these various aspects. Rasa Shastra, actually my company Vatsal Ayurvedic Products Private Limited deals most of the my ingredients are herbal ingredients. So this is the thing I have taken from the literature only. Rasa Shastra was very effective, still it is effective branch, but it was very developed in 400 to 300 BC. Rasa means mercury, and in many but not all formulations mercury is used at various levels. So therefore this branch currently is under focus that the mercury should not remain in the body to cause mercury toxicity. Other metals like gold, zinc, etc. are also used in these preparations. Metalloids and non-metal minerals like mica are used in preparations and formulations. We think that if we are using mercury, it is taken as a metal form and just added in the medicine. But no. If we really read the Ayurvedic literature, before use, these heavy metals and metalloids are purified by treating them multiple times. Means multiple means how many? Shataputi, Sahasraputi means 100 times, 1000 times with milk, various herbal decoctions, etc. In meticulous, and if we do some shortcut here, then metal toxicity comes in picture. Simpler compounds like calcium carbonate, which is just an excipient in allopathy industry, but here in Ayurveda it is sourced not just from the quick lime and chalk, but oyster shells and various other sources. They are used for preparation of Ayurvedic products used for different indications. So dose form modifications in recent past. After introduction of the allopathy industry in India and the machinery available for manufacturing products. And slowly, previously the Ayurvedic products are manufactured by Vaidyas only for their patients. But slowly the Ayurveda industry also evolved. So then the question of shelf life, preservation, palatability, everything slowly came up. And then Kwatham, means just kadha, got converted into syrup for better palatability as well as preservation. Products and extracts got converted into tablets and capsules. Now some people have manufactured Chyawanprash granules also, because many kids do not like to eat that sticky substance. Malhar has converted into creams. Siddha oils got converted into liniments and ointments, and medicated ghee to soft gel capsules. These type of packings are available currently in the market. So if you have some products which you are planning, you can also target this type of drug dosage form, so that it will be accepted easily in the market. Now we are shifting from just not Ayurvedic product to the potential Ayurvedic product potential. But just to know what is potential, we should know where actually Ayurvedic product stands in the market. For what purposes Ayurvedic product is used in the market. So number one, the principal or primary use should be of the Ayurvedic product is for the Ayurvedic therapy, for the disease which is diagnosed using Ayurvedic principles. But it is not happening much. Actually, the Ayurvedic products are used in general therapy of the diseased diagnosed using Western medical concepts. Like, I have a product which is used in anemia. I have a product which is the antacid. I have a product which is for joint pain. These joint pains, acidity, and anemia are diagnosed by the simple tests and methods which are used by the Western medical concepts. So these are the Ayurvedic products are used as herbal products for this treatment. The third, where the Ayurvedic product is used, is the products used as add-on therapy along with allopathy drugs to increase efficacy. In my company, I have a product called Kinsan. It is for Parkinson. We know the L-Dopa is used for Parkinson, but slowly its efficacy decreases with repeated use. So addition of Kinsan will increase the efficacy. So the dose of L-Dopa decreases and the ADRs also decrease. Sometimes psychological benefits are also there for doctor also and for the patient also, that they have added one Ayurvedic medicine in their prescription. Then products purchased over the counter as remedies for minor known conditions like tonics and preventive measures. The cough syrup market in India is mostly over the counter market, where various products are taken over the counter, and various minor conditions also there are products available, or skin conditions which are directly not prescribed but consumed by the consumers. The products used for cosmetic purposes, the herbal products used for cosmetic purposes, because Ayurveda also says about the beauty. The products used for is used as a nutritional supplement. Previously there was use the allopathy drugs licensed as Ayurvedic products to save taxes and increase reach. The example is Vicks VapoRub, which was actually launched came from the Western world, but they took the license under Ayurveda to save the excise duty. To sell allopathy product, you need the license to sell the product, but for Ayurveda, you need only license to produce the product, manufacture, but you can sell the product anywhere. So Now this is not used much because now the taxation for both Ayurveda and allopathy is same. Regulatory aspects about Ayurvedic products. So the Ayurveda industry is regulated by Ayush Ministry. In some states like Telangana or Madhya Pradesh, where the FDA offices are not as strong as Maharashtra, the Ayush Ministry has their own separate offices. But in Maharashtra, where the FDA offices are strong and controlling quality nicely, so Ayush Ministry regulations are regulated through the our FDA offices only. So drugs, for licenses, drugs are categorized in two forms, that is Granthokta products and proprietary products. Granthokta products means textual generic medicines, and proprietary products with approved ingredients. We will see the difference in detail. Granthokta or generic product, the product is manufactured by, number one, following textual formulation, means all the ingredients which are mentioned in the formula in the text are present. Then by process mentioned as per approved Ayurvedic reference books, the process is also followed which is mentioned in the approved book for the indications mentioned in the reference books with the name given in the reference books. The example is Chavanprash, Anutel, Ashokarishta, etc. The other thing is patent proprietary products, where the products are manufactured using ingredients approved by the Ayurvedic reference books. For example, there are some books like where they have described the qualities of the raw materials, like Bhav Prakash. So you take the take the herbs from the Bhav Prakash by method generally accepted for those ingredients to be safe and effective. Means if the Bhav Prakash says that churna of this medicine is effective, you cannot burn it and make use a ash of that medicine. You have to use churna or decoction like that. So method generally accepted for those ingredients to be safe and effective. For the indications on which the ingredients used in the product are effective. For example, if we are using methi for diabetes, it is okay. But if we are using methi for as an antacid, then that product will not come under patent proprietary product. You have to have a elaborate clinical trial to prove that methi has that antacid effect. Then under the name registered by the manufacturer or commonly used in the market. For example, Leave 52 is a patent proprietary product of Himalaya. Adulsa compound, many companies manufacture Adulsa compound, Shatavari Kalpa, but they are patent proprietary products. So what is difference between generic and proprietary products? There is no name protection for generic products. If I have a Mahatikta Ghruta, another 100 companies can manufacture Mahatikta Ghruta, and I cannot say that my Mahatikta Ghruta is a patented name, you cannot use the name because it is mentioned in Ayurvedic Granthas. But yes, for proprietary products, we can have the name protection. New form launch, not possible. If I think that Chavanprash is very sticky, so I will manufacture granules and give the name Chavanprash and make it generic. It is not possible. Then it becomes a proprietary product. So in proprietary, it is possible. If you are manufacturing tablet, you can convert it into capsule. Capsule, you can convert it into soft gel, and like that. It is possible. Ease of license, definitely generic products get early licenses because everything is mentioned in Granthas and you are just following it. For proprietary, you have to give some documents about efficacy, it is effective, and else. You have to give the registered name also for that. Acceptance from Vaidyas, definitely generic products are accepted because they have learned these products in their curriculum and their effects. Proprietary, you have to give them samples, prove they are very effective, and then they are ready to use it. Me Too product probability, again for generic high, proprietary low. Trademark registration not required. Actually, trademark will not give registration for the name, and for proprietary it is required. And as far as taxes are concerned, GST is 5% for generic products and 12% for proprietary products. Other regulations, the manufacturing premises must be approved by the regulators. Each product manufactured in the premises must be approved by the regulators. Now, excipients, colors, flavors, preservatives approved for allopathy drugs are automatically approved for the Ayurvedic preparations also. Ayurvedic premises are controlled by the Schedule T norms. And if you are interested, if you are exporting outside and exporting in the regulated market, WHO GMP norms we can accept, but they are very expensive. The government also gives some funds if we are ready to, and if we get the WHO GMP certificate. What are the economic aspects? You will find enormous articles about the economical future of Ayurveda drugs or economical future of traditional medicine. So I just took only 2-3 lines about from that. You can go and read it. So global Ayurvedic market was value of US dollars 4.5 billion in 2017. This I have taken from the international survey done by the a company in United Kingdom. So I think it is authentic and expected to grow till 2016 14.9 billion with CAGR of 16.14%. This is again a survey, and if you look in your household also, you will find nearly 75% of people in India use some form of traditional medicine, mostly Ayurveda. Leo 52 is #1 overall pharma brand sold in India, including allopathy medicines. So these are few tips. Then in economic aspect, we will just compare Ayurvedic drug with allopathy drug also, because many a times most of the pharmacy people study about allopathic drug and then want to do research in Ayurvedic drug, and then the economic aspect is a very tricky subject. So we will compare that. So raw material source is herbal and mineral for Ayurvedic drug, and petrochemical, most of the times petrochemical for allopathic drug. So allopathic drug research will pollute the environment definitely, but large quantity of raw material at lesser cost is available in allopathic drug, which is not available in Ayurvedic drug. Resourcing raw material is difficult, resourcing raw material is easy. MRP to active raw material ratio, if we see, means if we take a paracetamol as an active ingredient and compare MRP to active raw material ratio, for regulated drugs it is around 20 times, but if the drug is not regulated by DPCO or it is not in the essential drugs, then sometimes it is 500 times. But in Ayurveda you cannot increase from it will be in between 10 to 15 times. That means if you are paying Ayurveda for Ayurveda drug 10 rupees, then at least the active ingredient will have a cost of 1 rupee or more. Then formulation procedure is lengthy, tedious. Just I have told you, if we go the traditional way, then effectivity increases, but then the processes become lengthy. And formulation procedure for allopathic drugs, definitely there are controls, very high controls, but the methods are simple. They end in one day and they can be automated. So MRP to manufacturing cost ratios of current Ayurvedic drugs in the market is 2.5 to 5 times. And in allopathy, it is 5 to 15 times. If you go in any generic drug supply, or better, if you go to the generic drug distributor, you will be shocked. You will get 10 strips of that tablet for the cost of the MRP of 1 strip, and still the entire chain of distribution has got their own profit. So that is the economic aspect difference between Ayurvedic and allopathic drug. Sale chain expenses are 30 to 40% of the MRP, and here it is 15 to 30% of the MRP. So we should think these aspects before studying the herbal ingredient or Ayurvedic preparation, because otherwise, if you do the research and then come up that it is not economically viable, it should not happen. Government expenses. So before Ministry of Ayush was set up in 2014, out of total healthcare budget of 99% budget was allocated for education, promotion, drug purchases at various levels for allopathy medicines. Only 1% for all other health streams, including Ayurveda, Unani, Siddha, homeopathy. And yoga and naturopathy never considered as a health modalities for decades after independence. So why there is difference between research, why there is difference between availability, why there is difference between standardization in Ayurvedic industry and allopathy industry, you can find out by just this slide. Because for any development, in Sanskrit it is called as Rajashray, means if there is support from the government, then we can develop the things. But after 2014, there is some improvement. What is the some improvement? Now 95% goes for allopathy and 5% get other industries get. But 1 to 5% is 500 times growth, 500% growth. So still it is better than before. So now the reason for potential for Ayurvedic drug use or Ayurvedic medicine use is, now it is most of the medicines in the pipeline of drug development pipeline are only for cancer or emotional health. And the current drugs available in the market, now we have found the limitations in reverting or controlling chronic disorders. ADRs is for the long-term treatment is a known fact, because our body is handling herbs and minerals and animal products since millions of years. But these petrochemicals are introduced in our body since only 50 years. So our body cannot handle these chemicals very easily as we handle the herbs and minerals. So decreased efficacy and increased resistance in long-term use is again a problem. Cost of therapy is now a problem. And environmental issues. I have said that the pollution is one thing, but some chemical entities like diclofenac, because of use of diclofenac in Western, even in India, for painkiller as a painkiller in our domestic animals, the vultures, the number of vultures decreased, and they have become endangered species because highly rhinotoxic diclofenac for the vultures. Then what are the causes for good days for Ayurveda? Improved Ayurvedic education, increased number of colleges, Ayurvedic gurukuls. Most of the Ayurvedic colleges now encourage the students to study properly Ayurveda and not just make an escape that I will do a general practice Ayurvedic after getting the BMS degree. There are some Ayurvedic Vaidyas who voluntarily run Ayurvedic gurukuls to study and give the knowledge to the students about the ancient wisdom of Ayurveda. Increase research acumen in students and teachers. Increase awareness in general public towards Ayurvedic treatment and increase government support to Ayurveda. The COVID was means like before Christ and after AD and BC, like post-COVID and pre-COVID was two different eras as far as healthcare is concerned. So post-COVID increased awareness about antiviral properties and preventive effects of simple Ayurvedic products, like just haldi and pepper in our kitchen and therapies. The people realized that, and thank God that the highly populous country like India, we can nicely survive in this pandemic. Then therapy complications are less. means give one drug and then again to prevent ADRs give second drug, and then there will be some other problems, so give third drug. Like that, therapy complications are less. And therapy complications of COVID, like many of us are knowing that because of the high dose treatment of steroids, there were mucormycosis, and again the treatment means treatment के ऊपर treatment ऐसे चल रहा था. So awareness in international committee increased in that phase, and increased attraction towards natural beauty and natural products in cosmetics, and use of herbs as dietary supplements that I have discussed. So these are the causes for increased potential of Ayurvedic drug. Therefore, that growth, that CAGR is possible. Then what are the challenges? The challenges are confusion between Ayurvedic life science and herbal medicines. We are speaking about Ayurvedic medicines, but in the mind, we are thinking about the herbal medicines, that medicines manufactured using herbal source. We are not using diagnostic methods from the Ayurvedic textbooks. We are just want to replace the chemical drugs by the herbal drugs. So it is useful, but it is not actually expected, at least in India. Application of pure chemical norms on the life system of Ayurvedic raw materials. So when many people visit factory, they say, okay, what about the contamination? What about the microbial load? What about how we are going to store it? How you are going to standardize it? So they have studied the pure chemical things and they want to apply. So there is no development of standards from the educational institutes to the industry. The industry is developing their own standards because they want to survive. But this is the expectation industry can have from the educational institutes to give the standards for raw material storage, for how to test the incoming raw material, so that the life of the raw material can be increased, etc. Searching for biomarkers and ignoring symbiotic effects of ingredients in herbs. This is also a new trend coming. So identify some active molecule and grade that herb depending on how much percent that active molecule is present. But in Ayurveda thinks about the holistic approach. Once I have discussed with one pharmacist, he told me that Acarus calamus means in Vekhanda contains 7 to 8 carcinogens. But if we took it as a whole, then there are 17 to 18 other molecules which can suppress those carcinogens, and it becomes safe. So like we eat food, that we do not separate carbohydrate from the wheat and eat that. If we do that, it is unhealthy, which is called as maida. Same thing happens here. We should use the whole herb, not the only active contents of the herb. Otherwise, you are going from Ayurveda again to allopathy. Indifference of regulatory personnel, lack of technical support and guidance. This is again a challenge because most of the regulatory personnel are from the they have studied most of the times allopathy thing, and they cannot have they do not have the vision to apply that knowledge in the Ayurvedic background. So this is again the issue. Scarcity of herbal raw material and increased cost of procurement. Definitely demand and supply issues are there. Increased chances of adulteration are there, so we should be very vigilant. Lack of accepted norms of standardization for finished products. This is again issue. Or some variations will come in finished products. This is not yet accepted by the regulatory authorities also and the people in general also. So these are the challenges we are facing. Most of the regulators are having pharmacy graduation background but are not exposed to basic concepts of Ayurveda. Very less guidance available for technical upgradation and of manufacturing processes without disturbing traditional expectations, and GMP implementation blockages are there for the companies who are manufacturing Ayurvedic formulations. So these are the sectors where the educational institute develop some have some research projects and coordinate it with the Ayurvedic industry and develop some norms so that it will help entire Ayurveda industry. Now, what is role of pharmacist here? Most of the pharmacists have a biased mindset that allopathy is real science and Ayurveda is pseudoscience. So we should, and I don't means if it is there or not, but this impression is there without studying Ayurvedic concepts. That is the main issue. So I think we should have a conceptual understanding of Ayurvedic principles and to the pharmaceutical students. Very less, and what I have observed, this is also coming from the discussion with the pharmacy people, that very less people are interested in pharmacognosy, the topic closely associated with Ayurveda or herbal active herbs. Very less students in pharmacognosy for MPharm, but most of the PhD topics come from the pharmacognosy. How it is possible, I don't know, but this is what is happening. So how we can have a remedy from this, we have to find it out. So ultimately the message is what our Vedas say, Sarve Santu Niramaya. Everybody should be healthy. We should not have the remedies after the people become sick or after some BP changes or hemoglobin decreases, but we should have a lifestyle and products which will not form the disease should not come in the society that way, and only Ayurveda can help there. So let us come together to evolve, develop and propagate our own time-tested, indigenous, holistic health system to be healthy and take leadership position to make world healthy. So this is my company at 2016, this is 2019, and now this is 2023. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity to present this thing. I have not seen the time. So okay, we have 15 minutes for question answers. If you want some slides to be discussed thoroughly, then also we can discuss it. So any questions and what is happening, I don't know. Is it fast or it was my first time I have given such a presentation for pharmacy people?
No, sir, it was informative. One question, it is there by Vaishnavi Kulkarni. You are able to see this?
Yeah. In case of Ayurveda as an adjuvant therapy, how are herb drug interactions monitored and tracked? See, Vaishnavi madam, actually, my understanding about this is when it is not recommended by the doctor not to eat the green leafy vegetables, not to eat some foods which contain the herbal ingredients in that, because our entire food is mostly herbal ingredient. So when there is no such regulations from allopathy side, herb drug interactions are very less as drug interactions are there, because herbs are digested, absorbed and assimilated by our digestive tract since time immemorial, means since so many generations, multiple generations. So it is not a big issue. Sometimes there is issue like I have just came across only one thing when I was doing my MSc in pharmaceutical medicine, is that Shankha Pushpi interacts with phenytoin sodium. Otherwise, I have not seen any herb drug interaction till date. If you have some, let me know. We can have study on that. Sir, do we get any medication to increase of sugar level as similar to allopathy? Why? This is very specific questions. Actually, I have to go through study and then come with this answer. Otherwise, eating sugar can increase sugar level. That is the simple answer I have, which is the cheapest medicine we have. Which herbal, one sec, I have missed one question. Which herbal drug was, have anybody, yeah, which herbal drug using for cockroach killing? I manufacture only drugs which are consumed by human beings. This is a different question. Yogesh Sharma, respected sir, if I have a herbal cosmetic formulation containing crude herbs, phytopharmaceuticals, should I approach FDA or Ayush for its approval? Which one is beneficial? Obviously, Ayurveda is beneficial. Why? Because GST is 12%, for cosmetic GST is 18%. Means after you sell one product, the without doing anything, government will get 18% of the, means maximum profit will be taken by government. 6% of entire, means 6% of the MRP is very big value. So, and again, if you are going for Ayurveda, you can sell that product anywhere and it will have a special tag. So go for Ayurveda. Fixing dose for herbal is difficult for development. How to solve? Please guide. See, as far as Ayurvedic principles is concerned, the dose will vary individual to individual, because Ayurveda is individualistic medicine. It is not, the Ayurvedic people give treatment to deceased person, not for curing disease. So here dose fixation is a Western concept, and why you want to fix the dose, I don't know. But range you can define by historical data. You can define the range also by studying, and I think the people also do animal studies for that. Yes, very positive quotes from your slide to promote, protect our Ayurveda. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, actually I'm this is my practical observations. That's it. Very informative session. Okay.
Sir, can I ask one question?
Yeah.
Sir, you have mentioned a lot of options for the Ayurvedic products, that is with the slide current position. So in that case, you have mentioned one point, that is the products used as add-on therapy along with allopathy drugs.
Yeah.
So could you please elaborate the few examples so that...
So actually what happens, most of the brands which are sold in crores, like even I can say example of Leave 52 for liver protection. Leave 52, who is prescribing Leave 52? It is not Ayurvedic doctors. It is prescribed by MD medicines, also the general people, and now it has become OTC also. It is not taken as only one product for liver protection. There are some ursodeoxycholic acid, or there are something from allopathy they are taking, and also this Ayurvedic drug is they are taking, because there is nothing there is no other drug available in the allopathy itself having the same indication. So now there are for every chronic disease or lifestyle disorder, like hypertension is there, for diabetes, for renal pathology, for heart attack, prevention of repeated attacks, heart attacks. These are the sections where we can develop drugs. See, in my company, because I am from allopathy side, I know the lacunae of allopathy side. So in my company, I am not manufacturing liver tonic, because many other companies are manufacturing. I am not manufacturing the product for piles, but I am manufacturing product for Parkinsonism, which will be an add-on therapy. I am manufacturing anti-hypertensive product, which will be add-on therapy. I am manufacturing some anti-diabetic products, which will be add-on therapy. So what is the benefit of add-on therapy? Where we tell the doctors that I am not stopping your medicines. I am improving their efficacy. I am controlling the dose so that the ADRs will be less. And even the Indian psyche is like that. They don't want, see, the patient wants cure. Patient doesn't want that I should be cured by allopathy only, or I should be cured by homeopathy only or Ayurveda only. They want cure. आपल्या मराठीत म्हणतात की कुठल्याही कोंबड्याने सूर्य उगवला पाहिजे. So, and even doctors now have known that the limitation and synergistic effect of different pathogens is helping. So this is a section where if we develop the products, then we can decrease the cost of therapy for everybody, and we can establish Ayurveda means even for sleeplessness also, means how many times you will take alprazolam. But along with alprazolam, if we take some extract of Jatamasi, so definitely the dose of alprazolam will be decreased. And when dose of alprazolam decreases, then hangover decreases. So like that, if we develop the range of products, then it will be definitely helpful for research also, because we have ample number of patients for these conditions, which will be ready giving consent to use Ayurvedic products. There are ample number of doctors also which are not prescribing but using themselves Ayurvedic products in their homes. So I think the Ayurveda can go in that direction first, and then monotherapy also can be possible.
And one more point you have elaborated, resourcing of raw material, it is difficult in Ayurvedic products. You have mentioned on the economic aspects. So as considered the global Ayurvedic market rising potential, so how we can contribute in resourcing raw material, which is
actually the pharmacy colleges are educational institutes. So while giving education to the students, if we give education to the people who are collecting herbal raw materials, like the Adivasi people are in jungles, they are collecting the raw materials, or the storage conditions of the middle people who are sitting in Vashi or who are sitting in some area, for them this is just a commodity. Means in one they are selling rice, they are selling wheat, like that they are selling ashwagandha and shatavari. So they are not thinking about if there is fungal growth on shatavari, then quality of shatavari decreases and it is a loss. And it is not just their loss, it is loss of the industry and Ayurveda also, because some manufacturers will take that shatavari also because of it is cheap and use that shatavari in the product, which should not happen. But there is no quality standards to to point out that this shatavari is not useful for using in Ayurveda products. So storage conditions of the products, recultivation of Ayurvedic plants. Now there is new thing is coming, that is biodiversity. So biodiversity also is coming, a new law is passed by the central government. So that is also giving trouble to Ayurvedic people, because the central government expects us to identify the source from where my raw material has come, but which is very difficult because the middle people are just traders. They cannot trace from where they have the raw material they have brought. But if as a if we take mutually as one project like controlling and increasing the herbal raw material source, then it will be really helpful for India and entire Ayurveda industry, and also Indian exports.
Sir, I think the questions are over. In the last, will you please give some advice to the pharmacy faculty members to start with the business or the startup by considering the potential of Ayurvedic products?
See, as Kothari madam also told, we should come together and find out the best things in us, and then develop the market. First thing is manufacturing is much. If we have a setup, then manufacturing is easier job. Marketing is difficult job. So after passing out from the pharmacy college, don't go directly to set up a manufacturing plant. You come up with the formulations, do good agreements with very ethical Ayurvedic or herbal companies who will respect your IP, and start marketing the product. Once the product establishes in the market, then you have choices to take the medicine from that company itself or establish your own company. What I have seen for Ayurvedic graduates also and for pharmacy graduates also, they think that my product is best and there is market available for my product, and they go for manufacturing plant, and then only say for Vaidyas only 5%, and for pharmacy graduates only 5 to 10% become successful. Otherwise, they have to close the plant. And actually, it is not just their individual loss, this is national loss. So my recommendation is, if you have a nice research with you, and if you really think that it will solve a major problem in the society, we are there to support you for manufacturing, for standardizing, for regulatory authority approval. You first market that product, become a brand, and then decide to manufacture. We are very liberal, that if you say that no, from tomorrow I will not manufacture from your side, I want to start it with my own factory, we will give all IP to you. It will not happen. So go with this way, then the money will be saved and good products can see the market.
Sir, thank you very much for spending the valuable time and guiding on various points with the precise slides. I think whatever information you have given made the idea clear to all the faculty participants, that what is the Ayurvedic medicines and what is the actual potential of the Ayurvedic products, and it will help a lot to the interested researchers to have the detailed research projects on the Ayurvedic subject.
I have just 2-3 small questions to you, because this is my first presentation on this topic.
Yes, sir.
Just
Yes.
ask your participants that was it so fast, and the slides are self-explanatory or not, and just these 2 questions. The speed was okay or not, or slides were self-explanatory or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have the feedback system. So
Okay.
later on, we will get the feedback from all the participants. We'll let you know that what is the feedback of the participants on these 2 points.
Please.
Yes.
Thank you very
Sir,
much.
thank you very much for spending your valuable time. I request IT team to display the certificate of appreciation. Sir, please consider the certificate.
Okay, thank you very much.
Sir. Now I hand over the session to Mr. Mughal, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, madam. So first of all, thank you so much, Dr. Sapna Ahir Rao, madam. Good afternoon, all. Thank you is such a prayer that can't be seen or touched, and it's only felt by the heart. I, Mr. Rajendra Mughal, feel honored and privileged to get the opportunity to propose a vote of thanks on this auspicious occasion. First of all, on the behalf of entire institute, I would like to thank today's speaker, Mr. Nikhil Devre sir, Impact Innovation Coach at the Digital Impact Square, a TCS Foundation initiative, Mrs. Anjali Kataria ma'am from Reve Pharma, Sinnar, Nasik, and Dr. Devdar sir, Managing Director, Vatsal Ayurvedic Products, Ozar, Nasik, for sharing their experiences and enlightening the mind of all the delegates. I'm sure that this one-day national level seminar on commercial product development in academic institutes will definitely help in future for product development to all the teachers across the institute. I'm very thankful to Honorable Sri Chhagan Bhujbal Sir, Chairman of Mumbai Educational Trust, Bhujbal Knowledge City, our respected trustees, Sri Shefali Bhujbal Ma'am, Chief Administrator, MET League of Colleges, for their continuous support and encouragement to organize such events. I would like to extend a special thanks to Chief Guest for today's event, Dr. Milind Omekar Sir, President APTI India, and APTI Maharashtra State for their kind support to organize such event. My special thanks to our respected Dr. Sanjay Ksirsagar Sir, Principal, MET Institute of Pharmacy, Nasik, and Secretary, APTI Maharashtra State, for organizing such a nice and informative session for all of us. Words are not enough to thank Sir's constant guidance and support to shape the seminar. I'm also thankful to the coordinator of today's seminar, Dr. Nilima Thomre Ma'am, for taking too much efforts to make this seminar successful. I extend my sincere thanks to HR Department, EDP Department, Marcom Department, Civil and Maintenance Department for every help that extend for the successful conduct of the event. I'm very thankful to our team members of MET's Institute of Pharmacy, all teaching and supporting staff members, and our students for every support and help associated with the program. Last but not the least, I'm thankful to all the delegates for their enthusiastic participation in this event and blessed us by attending today's session. So with due permission of respected Principal Sir and guest speakers, I hereby declare the end of today's one-day national level seminar on the commercial product development in academic institute. Thank you. Have a nice day ahead. There is one announcement, that is all the delegates are requested to fill the feedback form within stipulated time. The link for the same will be shared in the WhatsApp group. It is mandatory for all the delegates to submit feedback in order to get the certificate. Certificates will be shared on your registered email ID after receiving the feedback. Thank you.